What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody had a good week, a good month, a good year, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Welcome to THS Wrestling. My name is John, and I am joined by a man with a plan. See, we couldn't get Blink 182 tickets this morning, so Neeson's idea was we form a band immediately and get super famous so we get to open for Blink, and that's how we get to go and see Blink 182 form a Voltron. I don't know what I'm saying. Neeson, how are you?
Guys, the Ebony and Ivory two-man band Power Trip is back, and we're going to form this band to get these tickets. It is happening. This is a sole purpose. Also, we decided that we're starting a cooking show. Also, we
Yes.
decided that we're going to grow our own poppy seeds, but maybe I should keep that off air. Anyways, welcome back. I am back and happy to be with you. My God, I almost said I'm happy to be in you, but that's because I'm with you all in spirit. It's been a time. It's been a time, and yeah, we're back, baby. We're here. What's up, Matthew? Go Pats. That's all I'm gonna say. That's how good I feel. I'm saying go Pats at the top of the show.
Wow.
By God, by God.
My
Cheers,
God.
people. Cheers.
There we go. Well, it's been a minute, and obviously AEW Dynamite just ended. We'll get to that in a little bit here, but feels like a lot of things have changed in the great sport of professional wrestling. And
Mhm.
Neeson and I mean, we talk pretty much every day, but I figured we would talk to you guys, the chat, and we'd take a little temperature check here, seeing how everyone's feeling about the landscape of wrestling, whether it be WWE, AEW, or anything else. Just how are we feeling about how wrestling is going right now? And I'm a little shocked at how I feel, but Neeson,
Ooh. Mhm.
I'll sprinkle that in there for right now. How are you feeling about the state of professional wrestling over the last couple of weeks here?
You know what? I want to take a couple of minutes. You can put me on a timer, and it kind of sums up how I feel about my state of professional wrestling. There's good times and there's bad times. Um, it, what they are doing to Hangman Adam Page is a travesty, and it's a story that will be told for generations to generations about professional wrestling and the slip up and mishaps of such of what a thank you of what a great champion that a company has and just keeps fumbling the bag. And it really goes to my overall temperature of professional wrestling. And it goes down to this. Hangman Adam Page is the modern day champion. We said it on the show before. I mean, as a man that has battled with anxiety and depression and all the et cetera, Hangman stood for that. And not only did he stand for it by speaking upon it, but he showed it in his daily life. And he really exuded the modern day Millennium Cowboy. And for you to put him in a ring with Mox and then have him not even get to like the finals of your championship tournament, which he was a former champion, and he is the youngest person as a former champion there and could really help carry the company in the future. You put him in a terrible position in the middle of the show for a segment that's just going to have MJF staring down, knowing that MJF is going to get all the attention from the crowd. So you just have him staring down with the chip, and then you have him talking about some promo about because he's a man. He's doing all this stuff because he's a man, like that. That's why he's doing these things. And look, I don't know if Hangman came up with the promo itself, but this is the thing. It feels like nobody thinks things all the way through in certain aspects in that company. And it really shows its tails when, I don't know, the elite people are not there for some odd reason. And it's funny enough that the people that have been stigmatized and really labeled as, oh, they don't tell stories, they don't sell, they don't blah, 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 blah. Them being gone, it feels like things are not being seen through. And for you to have that segment and for him to supposed to have his moment and really show the fire and just the grit against Moxley going up against hometown hero next week in Cincinnati. It fell short. It fell short. And so how does that go against the temperature of professional wrestling right now? This is how. Because when you have one company that is hot as it's been in a very, very long time, I would dare to say, I don't know, since what's best for business days, really, a company that is on fire, other company is reacting the wrong way. So you have one company that's hot, but one company that's trying to turn up the temperature, but the gas isn't plugged up. They didn't pay their electricity bill. They're sitting there trying to use two sticks to spark a flame and blow. They are scrambling, and the scrambling is not making eggs, ladies and gentlemen. It is not making eggs. So that is my temperature on the mainstream professional wrestling, but also the indie professional wrestling is blowing up as well. So I will take this time to say this. Please go to your local indie shows, ladies and gentlemen, because there are some hot matches going on right now. What about you, Pingo?
I wanted to circle back. Speaking of indie promotions,
hey dorks.
I wanted to circle back to your. It feels like since some people aren't here, that we're not following through on some storylines.
Well, fine details of things.
We're
like
not
the minutia, the fine details of things.
So, but here's the thing: did you really think that was happening before, when they were still around?
I think I think when they were still around, the things that they were involved in, they very much, you could tell it was like thought through and thought out. And when the promo segments are, and even like match segments and just things like that, like the story may have been a little, I'm gonna put on pause. Like you could tell, because TK was like, well, we gotta wait to this, and they're like, all right, if you say so. But you could tell that every time they were on television, it was heavily thought out.
Yeah.
And I think that comes from, it will be no AEW without BTE. And they had storylines that got so hot that other companies had to adapt those into their booking of them. Mm-hmm. Right. So it shows it's like, well, you could be a fan, you could book what's hot, but it's also about the inner lining, the interconnectivity of things, and just knowing what you don't know, quote unquote, what the crowd is going to do, but damn sure that MJF is going to distract from Hangman's moment. If the goal is to get Hangman to the point where he seems credible and people want to see Mox versus Hangman again, you don't have MJF
right
up there with a spotlight on him. You just that doesn't make any. That's what common sense is. Like, who's booking this shit?
I think what they're trying to, because at first,
I'm sorry, you can't see the chat. I got you.
No, I can see the chat. I just can't. I can't do anything to it.
Okay, keep talking about flying up there. Keep talking about flying up there.
I'm present and I can see everything. But hello, Matthew. Hello, Kat. Hello, Mike. Hello, Marianne. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good time. Johnny, what's going on? Well, he is one of our Johnnies, but not the Johnny. No offense, Johnny. We love all John. Anyway,
no Johnny slander here, guys.
No, absolutely not. So, I lost my train of thought. We were talking about, oh boy,
MJF. I was talking about MJF. Being up there.
Thank you. So, I think one thing that they're trying to kind of drive home now, because I think TK might have misstepped in speaking about the chip, is now it sounds like a Money in the Bank thing. So I think we're trying to make it so everyone remembers that MJF has the chip and he is the one that will cash that in whenever he wants, when in reality it was never like that up until now. But I do get how it would take away from I'm a Man promo. I actually liked the promo. I thought it was pretty good. I think it's a lot better than what his promos have been in the last month or so, I would say, especially when he was going up against Punk. I'd say that. But yeah, I do get why you would feel like it does take away, because it does. They're literally putting a giant spotlight and it's turning everyone's attention, including the people that are cutting the promo in the ring. It's cutting the attention to them. So I guess you would say that you might have to bundle up because the temperature on AEW is a little cold right now.
Woo!
Is that what you're saying?
I am definitely saying, look, I'm saying they're definitely cooling off, and not in the way I think they feel that the moves they're making should have them feeling. I think the moves they're making, they feel like they should be heating up, but it's getting a little cold. Some may say the eggs are in the refrigerator and the jello's jiggling, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, shout out to basketball season coming up, Lakers.
Am I? Oh boy, should I don't know.
Yes, you should. Yes, you should.
I'm
Just
so
don't-
bored with AEW. I might cancel cable. Holy moly!
Holy
I will say I
moly
want, like,
donut shop.
because I know we're gonna start recording at 7. I was like, well, I gotta walk the dogs. So I usually don't do that in the middle of my programs. So I did that, and last week I was out of town, and I started, I was watching AEW, but then I was like, I just turned it off. I was like, I like Danny Bell. What's up, Danny? How you doing? He says I like AEW. I like AEW too. I just feel like we're kind of in a little lull right now, but we'll talk about AEW, I think, at more length in a minute here. We got 5:40 left on the timer. We're doing this now.
Yeah,
you and I, we got to be put on a timer, or we'll be here forever.
Do it.
How you feeling about the World Wrestling Federation?
You know,
it's called WWE. Guys.
Yeah, I know. I think they are killing it. Like, I think, look, the hire of the former Marvel writer Rob, and just having now someone that literally is the Kevin Feige of Marvel, and like that can connect, or Kevin Feige of WWE that could connect NXT from past, present, and not treat us like we don't have the WWE network. Like, you could mention something and we can't just go search it, because that's what we do on Twitter anyway. Like, you mention a little something, we go to Twitter and it's like, oh, that's what they're talking about. Great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I think we're going to start getting a lot of more moments like that. And also, it feels like anything can happen. It's must watch. It feels like you want to sit down and watch this live. You do not want Raw. When is the last time we said we don't want Raw spoiled? Like, that's what I feel like right now. Like, I don't want my Raw spoiled. I want to watch it. And so it's an amazing time. Victor, the Hollywood interview, I would ask Junior about that because he schedules the interviews out, and that is on him. I'm passing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We interviewed Hollywood, the original Hollywood from Glow, at the Fan Fest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Well, I did. Well, I didn't say we, but Jimmy did. And but that's a because we also I don't think the Julia Hart interview is out that I did, or I don't think the I did another interview up there and I can't remember. Oh, the Diamond Dallas Page interview. I don't think that's out either. So, yeah, guys, look out for that.
Look out for those on youtube.com/that hashtag TV.
Yeah. But how do you feel, brother?
So I'll tell you, I'm watching WWE more and more. I'm not there yet to the point where I'm watching every second, but I'm getting there for sure. I'm a lot more interested than I was I'd say a month or so ago. I'd say they really and this will kind of segue into our next thing here. Somebody told me they're bringing back the European title. Is that true?
I mean, if they do, it may be an NXT title or a title, or it may be the European, the NXT European title, since they're doing NXT Europe.
You know what?
Um,
So I was gonna ask you about this.
yeah,
If this is something we should do, I'll just ask you on air. I think we're gonna just open the show with a topic every week. I think
yeah.
next week's topic is going to be when are too many titles too much. So that's what we'll open the show with next week. That's what we're gonna do.
So don't give comments on that right now.
No, we're gonna do it next week. There you go.
All right.
Previews for next week. We're looking towards the future.
Guys, we already got a show. Honestly, actually the Black Lightning screening is next week. So Black
What?
Adam screening, I mean. The Black Adam
Oh, I
screening
was
is
like, they
next week.
brought it back.
Yeah, my fault.
Tease me.
The Black Adam screen is next week, guys. So maybe it won't be on a Wednesday.
We'll figure it out, guys. We're still trying to,
Yeah.
we're done pumping the brakes.
Yeah, we're done. We're going.
No more
It's full
breaks.
throttle, baby.
Brakes
It's full
time.
throttle. But yeah, so you feel that you're watching it more. So are you watching NXT?
Not yet. I'm not there yet.
Come on.
There yet.
Chat, everybody that's watching right now, I need your thoughts if you're watching NXT, and if not, why not? And then if you are, have you noticed the difference from NXT 2.0 to NXT Return to Black and Gold, Black, Gold, and White, if you will?
Yeah. I mean,
besides the graphics, because there's no more down south slanging, rolling with the hustlers.
I know Ilya is over there now, so I love me some Dragunov. He's great. So
triple threat between Braun, Ilya, and JD Dunham.
There you go. So I mean, I will start tuning in a little more. I'm excited for where they're going. I mean, I think I was gonna say, and it'll kind of just segue into our next thing here. I feel like they stuck the landing with the Bray Wyatt return. What a brilliant ending to now. I was out of town. I was at a wedding on Saturday when Extreme Rules happened. I haven't gotten around to watching the whole thing.
Who is married on Extreme Rules? Like who
gets married during? I don't even want to talk about it. It's fine. It was a great wedding. I had a good time. I think they stuck the landing with Bray Wyatt. I think that was a great ending. I made sure to watch that because I think I said to you, how was it? And you said it was perfect. And I went, all right, bet. So I watched that, and it was awesome. So there goes our timer. We did it. We stopped talking about that. Let's segue into the Bray Wyatt return and who showed up with him. I would assume that's the Bray Wyatt 6. We got 15 minutes on the clock there. So do you think, because I know the original plan for the Firefly Funhouse was that every puppet was going to be represented by an actual wrestler over time. So they were going to do the Kiss Demon in WCW, but probably we're going to make it good. So who is your like dream Wyatt 6 here? And it looks like, at least to me, it feels like someone is going to be the Fiend character that is not Bray anymore. Are you getting that sense that it's a separate entity now?
Yes. It's this is the 6 versions of him, or his entities, or his what he embodied. I want to say personalities, but that's a tough one, guys. We didn't pre-produce this, so I don't coming up with 6 on the spot.
Well, I mean, but the thing is does he includes himself in the Wyatt 6, right?
Correct. It's him. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
So
five.
him,
It's five other people. Look, I think honestly, I know it's like people are like Liv Morgan and Grayson Waller and Joe Gacy and the Grizzle Young Veterans. those are all cool ideas, and I think they just fit the body types of the people, and so that's what they think. But honestly, I would want to go with like give me Dolph Ziggler in there. Completely flip. Like I think Dolph Ziggler has all. Somebody recently said this too, and I forgot, but it was a wrestler that said like he has all the makings and still hasn't been used, and I think that's because he's been the same and he has not switched up. And so I think if you go completely left with him, this is the road to do that. Just as we've seen with Dominic in a Judgment Day, with Rhea Ripley in a Judgment Day, with Finn in a Judgment Day, really, like you go completely the other way. And so give me somebody like a Dolph Ziggler. Woman wise, I would say give me, off the top of my head, I would want to go with somebody. I would want to go either with a veteran like a I'm sorry, I got 3 picks. Like why I can't remember a name. Come on, man. Come on, you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, Natalie or Natalie?
Yeah,
what in the
yeah,
world?
that's what I was like. I keep thinking Natalia.
You watch wrestling, folks.
Jesus Christ, me oh my. Yeah, Natalya. So I will either go one, veteran like Natalya, or two, I would go with the Boston Blue, but the standard to go the Queen of the Cell, because I would want to go again the complete opposite, something we never seen, or I would go with someone completely new, and I think someone that I wouldn't really want to take them from this faction, because I think this faction as a whole could come up. But if they don't have any plans to bring this faction up as a whole, then you take her from it. I think you go with Thina. I think her name is Thina Hale. She's in Chase U. So she's the woman that's in Chase U. I think you go with her. Almost as Rambling Rabbit. That's hilarious.
I think actually go ahead, go through the rest here.
But no, it's fine. And then let's see, Rabbly Rabbit. If we're going Rabbly Rabbit, I think it has to be a Bo. I think that just has to be Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas has to be that or Husky Harris. Yeah, I think it's no other way around that. So if we have to fill one more effing spot, I think we either put, I would love to see Apollo Crews. Apollo in one of those positions. Just again to give him something new, or it'll have to be I would love to see, actually, I know they say they want him as a buzzer, but I would love Grayson Waller to be the Rabbling Rabbit. I think that'd be great. So those are my random 6 that you just put me on a spot for and have me think about and go the complete opposite way. Look at that. What do you got?
So I think,
or John Cena. Let's just have John Cena be the Fiend. That'd be dope.
So I'm going through everybody that's everyone is saying, but I think Bo, it's been rumored that he's back, right?
Yeah.
He has to be part of this.
Believe.
I think, yeah, he's either I think he's Rambling Rabbit. I feel like. For our sister Abigail, listen, I think, I mean, I almost don't know if I want to put her back in like the I'm crazy role, because I kind of want to see the indie international Nikki Cross villain.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be interesting to have her back in the fold.
What about Chelsea? They just bring her back. Wouldn't Chelsea be the perfect, like, with the whole like Miss Mess, a hot mess?
Yes, that would be interesting. I honestly think it would be. I think it'd be cool if they brought back Rowan.
Okay.
I think because you connect the old with the new. I guess who would you make Rowan though? I don't know.
Wasn't big.
I don't know. I think I kind of just want to talk about you suggesting Ziggles.
Yeah.
because I'm like, yes, he does need something new, but I feel like he needs something new on his own. You know,
Mm.
like I feel like if you put him in a group like this, he might kind of get lost
That's the
in
point.
the shuffle, which is
Mhm,
weird for me to say about Ziggles, but
mhm.
I feel like if we want something new for him, he could do it. I just don't know if this is it.
Mm.
Also,
Um,
apparently he's coming out in a movie, and I think it'd be weird for him to be a spooky guy, uh, and be like, "Go watch my movie."
is it
Also,
a
I'm the buzzard. I don't know.
WWE movie?
It is.
Oh shit. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. But me not knowing that, I think, look, he needs something new. And the
No, I
reason why,
agree.
and the reason why I say that he should be in a faction and be in the back is because of that. Like you put him in a faction, you be in the back, just like how you think how I go with Dominic is the last example of that, or any of the Judgment Day. People forget how they really shitted on a Judgment Day because of the whole like Edge starting it, then Edge not wanting to go supernatural, then him leaving, and then Finn going, and then like this whole thing, and people was just like, this is stupid, it's not working, and they kept it the same, like the same music. But they've literally fell into a bag where every person is an individual and every person has heat and their own type of heat. And it's really incredible. And it was a thing of, if you do that with Ziggles, I'll say Ziggles, we'll do that with Ziggler. Yeah, you got me. If you do that with Ziggler and you have him just in the back, people are going to be clamoring to want more from him, but you use him as the talent he is, where he is unstoppable in that ring.
Yeah.
He's going to steal the show. So if you calm that down and make him more of an assassin, more of a heater, more of a go get him, like, and he just beats the shit out of people and come back, like that is, and then he get a turn and do whatever the case may be. But that's something new. That is something we haven't seen from him. Take away all the stuff he's great on the mic, take away the mic. He's great being fast paced, take away fast paced, be methodical. Think of Chris Jericho wearing a suit back in 2008, right? Like, or 2006, 2008, whenever that was. Think of that. Think of that villainous, methodic, put him in a faction like that, and it's just he's gonna raise to a whole nother level. It's just that we keep seeing Rockstar Ziggles, and
I think also, I think we got a little bit of a clue as to who Sister Abigail might be, because we had the two titles hanging. That could have just been a whoops, but we had the two women's titles. I mean, so obviously it would probably just be the easy answer is Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. That would be, I mean, that'd be great. I think that's an easy plug-in. But Dark Sage, I would love to know your
I want to hear this
opinion, man.
opinion.
I'm
trying to think of who else I would be interested in. I mean, Grayson would be interesting, but I don't know. You know what? It's almost like we don't even know if the Wyatt Six is going to happen. Like, that hasn't really been confirmed. So it could literally just be this is all his return to the regular world, but he also freed everybody else that was in the past, and we're done with them.
yeah, I think it could be. I guess we'll know Friday, right? Like,
We'll know Friday. Listen,
he is a
I'm ready.
SmackDown exclusive. So we'll know on Friday. So we'll find that out. Asuka, I think that's actually a pretty interesting. It's been pretty interesting.
That would be interesting if we got like an old school kind of Asuka in her Japan days, with the full on like Muda tribute stuff. That'd be fun. I'd be down with that.
Man, Bray.
But I thought the return, they did a fantastic job I love his new mask. I think that was great.
That shit is scary, bro. Like, I mean, it
love
reminds
it.
me of Black Phone, like the Black
Yep.
Phone mask, but it is legit scary. Like that intro video where he's like, who killed the world? Ah, you did. I was like legit, like, all right, man. Like, you know, I don't like, at least with me, if I watch, like, I like watching scary movies, but if it's something that kind of like disturbs me, I'm like, all right, man, you can stop. Okay, like, all right.
Yeah,
All
I hate
right, no,
scary
I
movies
get it.
anymore.
I get it. I'm gonna just look at my. Come on, man. I wanna look back at. Come on, like, just like that was me during that. I mean, the edibles probably didn't help either, but it was it's some good shit, man, and it was perfection. Only thing I would say is it was so loud. They probably could have had Bray Wyatt just hold in that "I'm back" or say it a little louder or mic him up, but it was so loud. And then
Yeah, dude.
hearing people's first hand reactions, it was like, yo, it was so loud. They didn't know what was going on. Like, that's insane.
Loved it.
Somebody in the back said War Warrior Pop.
I mean,
Yeah, I forgot. A wrestler tweeted out, said Bray got the War Warrior Pop.
You know what I feel like no one's talking about is the head on the desk.
That was the burn mask, right?
Was it? I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't get a good look. It was the burn mask. Okay.
Yeah, remember when he came back after being burned?
Yes.
It was that mask. And
Wild.
I think that's a specific thing of like, yeah, this isn't this isn't an actual person. Like, this is just a thing that is gone now.
So, I mean, before we move on, he's back, confirmed.
Confirm.
Who is he feuding with first?
Well, he's gonna be on SmackDown. I think either oh wow, wait, hold on, we got it. Let's see. I want Roman Reigns to be the Bruno Sammartino kind of champion. I admit I am a contrarian to WWE fans. Everyone hated Roman when he first came in because he was the next Cena. But now suddenly they want him to lose the belt because he has been champion for 2 years. I am sorry, but I hope his run continues for a while and all these fans who are sick of him reap what they sow. Dark Sage, I don't think that's an unpopular opinion at all, sir.
I feel like I actually didn't I say that like a couple of weeks ago? I'm like, how far off is he from Sammartino? I'd love to see that.
No, wait, he did a follow-up. I am so sorry, but you cannot have it both ways. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You just gotta have your cake and stare at it. Stare at it very lonely and depressingly.
He's not saying any of that.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. You are either a pro-Roman or anti-Roman. Either or everyone wanted a villain and they have it. And now suddenly they are sick of a champion who is around all the time. I mean, some of the time. I mean, maybe like twice a month.
Hey, we the ones, okay? I don't hate it, honestly. I don't think it doesn't really look like anybody's dethroning him anytime soon.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm fine with it. I have no problem with it. But yeah, I don't know if that's too unpopular of an opinion. We've spoke about it. Granted, it was probably like a month ago, but we did talk about it a little bit where it was just like, yeah, I mean, how far off is he from Sammartino? Let's just do it. Let's blow all the records out of the water here. But I mean, we appreciate the opinion, and I'm glad someone else is thinking like that.
Yeah, you would get no arguments from this side, sir.
No.
We the ones. We acknowledge our tribal chief until the real tribal chief comes around, Black Adam, and shuts the shit down. But yeah, we acknowledge. We the ones.
When will that be? Okay, so man, we had some returns on Monday night.
Oh, yes.
We had 2 returns because it was the season premiere of Monday Night Raw, which let me tell you, up until this episode, I was like, that's stupid. They don't do anything that feels like a season premiere. This from afar, because I said I'm not watching everything.
Yeah.
I'm not watching all 3 hours yet. It felt like a premiere. So with 10 minutes on I'm surprised at how clear that comes up, guys. Usually it's blurry, right? All right, we need to talk about the Good Brothers coming back and reforming the OC or the OG or the OC. What is it called? I don't know. The
You're
Bullet
right.
Club.
OC.
And we need to talk about finally,
The final countdown.
Brock versus Bobby. I am excited for that. So how did you feel about the segment where it looks like we're gonna throw up the 2 Sweet? We're gonna have a big old hug fest. We're gonna all be friends. But old Uncle Alan wasn't talking about you, Fergal. He was talking about the Good Brothers. And it looks like we're gonna have the OC versus Judgment Day coming up. How you feeling about that? How you feel about them coming back into the fold here?
I'm gonna flip this for a second and ask you this. How do you feel about active New Japan wrestlers on WWE television and New Japan actually acknowledging it?
So I'm fine with it. It also seems like you said, they tweeted about it, so they're fine with it. I've also read that he was on a handshake deal. At least I think maybe both of them were on a handshake deal, is what it sounded like. Not only an active New Japan wrestler, but an active New Japan champion. Carl is the never open weight champion right now. So I think he's still scheduled to face Hikuleo in November, but who knows now? I think it's as we said earlier, I think it's best for business that we are acknowledging that these guys came from not just Japan, but they came from New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think it's nice to acknowledge that there are other companies, and that yes, we may live in a universe, but there's other companies out there that we know about. So don't make us. I think hopefully we are gone from like the yeah, but what did they do before they got here? They're like, who did we do that with? We did that with AJ.
Yeah,
we did that. Like that was the narrative. Like, oh, they didn't do it in WWE, and it's like, okay, I get it, but also that kind of just shits on the guy you signed for a bunch of money,
right.
and you're trying to get over. So I think it's cool. I'm interested. I've also heard that they might add a woman to the group as well, just because we can't have intergender matches apparently. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see who that would be. So how do you feel about it?
So I feel like a couple of things. I think, look, they do acknowledge other companies, even though they're saying one is probably playing with office supplies. Great line, Corey. Great line. Fantastic. But I loved it. And I loved it in a sense of it fit the story, right? It fit these former leaders of the Bullet Club. One trying to recruit them to another, and was like, no, and then he didn't have any help, and I'm glad they didn't have some makeshift tag team, but then he could bring actual people. Like he bring actual people that have connections to all of them. And hell, maybe even what if the Good Brothers actually turn on AJ and join Judgment Day? Like it's and then now they have a legit tag team in Judgment Day. And Finn and Damian could go after the titles and go after something else, and Rhea could be Rhea. So that's why I loved it. Now it just sucks because I'm not saying that the Good Brothers, I would never say that they're past their prime, but I felt like the heat that's surrounding them is not really there like that. So hopefully we could really, I was, I was about to say jizz it up, but hopefully we could
Whoa.
hopefully we could really, you know, jazz it up. Yeah, they might jizz all over
They
that
might
thing.
do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've heard their podcasts, so I know.
Yeah, hey,
In their live show.
Hey, we've interviewed them,
Yeah.
been around them, and they're very much that. But I think I love it now. I just want to have hopes that it's actually going to be fruitful in the future. And I have the hope because I'm confident in what not only Triple H but Rob is doing over there so far. So kudos to them, man.
Who do you think? Because it kind of seems like we're gonna do a 4-on-4. Oh wow, we're almost to Survivor Series. Who do you think joins up with the OC? Who do you think is the rumored women's wrestler that they are going to?
I have no idea, man. Like I don't see anybody looking credible right now going against Rhea Ripley unless you bring over Jade Cargill. Like I don't see anyone right now that could stand next to Rhea. And not only like look credible, but have the cachet to also be in the Bullet Club or, you know, in the OC. Like that's a lot, you know. So I don't know.
I wonder if they will.
I hope they don't add a female, honestly. Like just because I don't think there's anybody that could hold up to that.
All right, fair enough. Enough. We also had the return of Brock Lesnar, which we heard rumors of earlier in the day, and then it happened. We were like, oh boy, here we go. We're gonna do this again. But we're doing something a little different, something that we asked for a while ago. We're finally doing Lashley versus Lesnar.
It doesn't need to be for a title.
And it isn't for a title because we have a new United States champion in Seth freaking Rollins, which is great. So, yeah, doesn't need a title. It's just a grudge match. How are you feeling about this? Because I saw this and I got immediately hyped because we know we love Bobby Lashley here. And we love when Brock Lesnar does something different.
Yeah. But I can't say enough good things about this. I'm really excited. And also, it's a lot of big meaty men slapping meat. Like Extreme Rules was big meaty men slapping meat marathon. I felt like that's what it was. And you look at these cards. I mean, look, Roman Reigns, top guy, right? Top guy, top, the guy, head of the table, tribal chief, the one, yeah, recognized. Karrion Kross, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Sheamus, Rich Holland, Damian Priest, I don't know, Braun Strowman, almost Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, and you could even throw Otis in there. My God, these guys are seeming like they're priming these big meaty men in top spots, and now you could give them feuds without titles. So Roman could just be Roman, and you could have Lashley and Brock kill each other like two titans. Like it's like Godzilla versus the other thing. You know, the thing.
Kong?
Yeah, that thing. Like Godzilla versus King Kong, right? Like, but then you have Mantis over there, like, and then you got the other one over there, like, like, it's amazing. It's amazing. We love the monsters, not only killing things, but destroying everything around it. And it doesn't need to be for a title. Just give me 2 hours of, and then let them go on their way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Have you ever watched Kaiju Big Battle?
Yeah.
No, like the wrestling.
Is that when like Gundam comes out too, and like Gundam's like,
Yeah, it could be crazy. I'd be down.
Yeah, everything's crazy.
I would be super down. But yeah, I am excited for
It's like
Brock to return. I think this is like that's just like a great addition, especially because he's not wrestling Roman again. I think that's the best part.
and not even that he's not wrestling Roman. This is not for like the chance to wrestle Roman.
Yeah, it's just a
Like this,
match.
it's just it's amazing. Hey, it's amazing, and people are all in it. WWE needs their next video game. Hey, hear me out, 2K. Listen, free idea. I don't know. Just you could take it, toss it out there, but I suggest you take it, write it down, and send it to your developers. A WWE version of Pacific Rim, but like instead of actual like big the little, I forgot what their robot things, they're like Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, and people like get inside of them. Pause. We get inside of them, and then we control them like Megazords. It's like Power Rangers, except we don't need 5, we just need 1. You know, so it's no like last sliding member that comes in like shit. It's just like you, and then you could be able to control it and it links up. I'll be great. It'll be great with that. I put my Oculus on. Imagine putting your Oculus on and playing as Brock Lesnar and suplexing people just over and over and over in a city. I'm talking about in like,
listen,
like it's just fucking like you versus Godar.
Listen, if they somehow teamed up with Neo Geo, one of my favorite video game companies of all time, and somehow made this a King of the Monsters style video game. Do you remember that game?
Was it on like Sega Saturn?
Yes, it was on a bunch of different things, but yeah, it was on. I think it was also on PlayStation at one point.
Yeah.
I would be 100% down with that, an updated King of the Monsters video game, but it's WWE.
Free idea.
That's a free idea.
Free. Free. Now imagine if you pay me what you can get. I'm just giving that for free, guys. Oh my god. Imagine.
All right, let's move on. I want to get one last thing in.
What's up?
Let's talk about Dynamite, but let's just talk about our main event.
Yep.
If that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
For the All Atlantic Championship, we have a new All Atlantic champion in Orange Cassidy. So I assume the backpack will be making a return, which is where he keeps his championship belts, inside of a backpack. Thank you very much. What did you think of the match? What do you think of Orange Cassidy as a champion? This might also segue into our topic for next week. Do we have too many championship belts? But we'll get to that later.
No, we get to it now.
What do you think? Orange Cassidy winning the main event, finally beating Pac, and becoming a singles champion in AEW.
I wish I cared more.
I thought you froze. I was like, uh-oh.
No, I wish I cared more. I really, really, really love Orange Cassidy and Pac. I really do.
Yeah.
And all the praise, but it's just I feel like, and maybe it's because of the All Atlantic thing, and it's too many times, but also I feel like it really hasn't, like, not saying been represented, but it just hasn't felt important to me. On AEW television proper, and I know he like defends it and goes out and reps it as well, but I just feel like they have to figure out how to make these things feel important rather than I want that title, I'm going to take it from you,
right?
And then like attack behind backstage, and then like it's the same thing. It's like why does this title mean, what does this title do, or what does it represent anything different from your world title? And then why is that the, I would say, Intercontinental title, but the Mid-Atlantic title, when is defended across the world, and your world title isn't defended across the, like I'm help me understand why I need to care about this title rather than just saying you have somebody that wants to take it from you because they want to take it from you.
Yeah, and it's like, the All Atlantic title?
It's All Atlantic. My fault. Strike
I think
that.
I think I said mid as well. But anyway, is it supposed to be more important than your TNT title? Because at the moment, I think it does feel more important than that. That we'll get into that next week. But I appreciate that we've recognized that Orange Cassidy is a talent who should be appreciated, who should be in a main event, who can go.
100%. Yep.
And now he's a champion. So I'm excited about that. I did love the idea of him never being able to beat Pac no matter what. I thought that was fun. I'm glad I think we kind of okay. So you know how we were so sick of Hikaru Shida and Serena Deeb, and it was like a match that happened like 7 times a week.
Yeah.
I feel like they learned from that with this. Like they had matches. They had a series of matches, right? Orange Cassidy and Pac, but they were spread out, so we never were like, this is happening again. It felt like more spread out this time. So I feel like hopefully they learned from, we need to run the same match every week, 2 times a week for 5 months. So it didn't feel like stale is what I'm trying to say. It always felt like it was new and different, even though the outcome was always the same up until tonight. But yeah, I'm excited to see what we do with Orange Cassidy, hopefully. But I also feel like I say that every time someone wins a singles belt. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. I'm sorry. I just thought about it that when I was watching the match, I was like, this is probably the best thing they've done with that match. Danhausen's curse actually worked.
Ah, yes.
They gave it legitimacy. And that is important. That's like the list. That's like any of those just clicking all the things that like are really stupid or like just like doesn't make sense, but the crowd loves and like we love as fans. I think when you give it legitimacy, like that even elevates it even more. And so if they come out next week or on Friday or whatever the case is say, you lost because of Danhausen cursed you, or that was a contributor to it, like fuck yes, let's go. Right?
So do you think they take that further to where Pac takes the pinfall and the Death Triangle lose the trios titles, and then we get Pac on like a losing streak after like really dumb things, like curse-worthy things, to the point where we build up he has to beat Danhausen to break the curse?
That's what I will love. I will love that. Because why? Because that's an effing story. Now we're storytelling, right? Like now we're getting into the minutia of things, guys. Now we're interconnecting. Now I'm Charlie Day at the board saying, see, because it all started back when he got cursed, and then now the Death Triangle, and then that's what us wrestling fans want to do. Like we want that. We yearn for that. We want to have a conversation with somebody that has no idea what the fuck we're talking about. And we say, wait, no, you just got to hear this part. Listen, because what happened was, look, like 3 months ago, it was crazy. He was gonna cheat, and a dude came up from behind at the table, and he was like, yeah, you curse. And you gotta understand, like he curses people all the time, and everybody's like, don't curse me. Like his whole thing, that's another story. But yeah, he did that, and then he just started losing. He started losing everything: belts, title, sanity. He cut his hair. He was the Mad King. You watch Game of Thrones, right? The Mad King. You watch them dragons. You watch the dragons. Them dragons. Whatever the show's called, House of the Dragons. Yes, but them dragons. You watch the dragons. Yeah, like the Mad King. It was that's what Pac turned into. It was crazy. Yeah, she lost the eye. It was nuts. So. That's what us wrestling fans want. We want that.
I hope that's where we're going. We'll see, I guess. Only time will tell. And I feel like we're out of time this week. We're cutting it. We're cutting it right now. So next week, we will talk about when is too many titles. That will be our topic. And we will try to keep that under some sort of time limit. And then I am the curse that will light the fire that will burn down the Death Triangle and make me lots of money. So we'll talk about that. We should have a guest next week.
Yeah, I'll reach out.
We'll figure that out and we'll announce it later in the week. But be ready because what?
Maybe a Tuesday, maybe a Wednesday, maybe.
Yeah, and we also
day.
don't know what time next week or what day next week. But we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Where can the people find you?
Hey guys. Hey people.
On the socials.
You people, my people, our people. Make sure you find us on the socials. But you can find me at Stay Fly Life on Twitter if you want to talk some wrestling, or you hear me condemning all things that other guy, and or Instagram, Stay Fly Life, where you see me post videos of me in the gym because I'm a gym rat. Yep, that's right. I'm a gym rat. I am a rat that's in the gym. Gym whore, if you will. That's me. Pingle, where can I find you at?
You can find me at JP Thrice on Twitter and Instagram and also Twitch. I might stream Deathloop tonight, but also maybe not. But tomorrow for sure, I will be streaming Deathloop. I also started playing Overwatch 2, and I'm having the time of my life again. The game I was obsessed with, I am now obsessed with again.
Guys, once I figure out how to stream my Oculus, I'm gonna do that.
Oh boy,
I've been playing the Madden on there. I actually almost broke my pinky, guys, like because I was too close to the wall. So there's that.
No, dude. Oh my.
The bane of my existence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be a hell of a time.
Yeah, I gotta figure it out. But I'm definitely about to start streaming again. So yeah, make sure on Twitch you follow me at Stay Fly Life on Twitch. But yeah, I got some Call of Duties coming out. I guess I pre-ordered.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah. But yeah, really, I'm gonna stream some more Oculus. I mean, I'm gonna stream like a bunch of Oculus stuff, man. I really love it. I
would love to see that.
I see me get blitzed and actually like fall on my ass because I'm really thinking I'm getting blitzed. It's fun. It's fun times, guys. It's fun times. So once I figure that out, then yeah, we're gonna have some fun content, and I'll start streaming more. But yes, make sure you follow us, stay up with us, wrestling community. I just want to say this. I know I can speak for both of us. But for sure, I really love you guys and like what I've really seen over the past couple of weeks, especially with the wrestling club.
Yes, dude.
And I actually was in a chance to be in spaces with Mimi and Victor. Victor is a guy that does the wrestling club over there, and just I wish I had that as a kid,
right?
And it was so looked down upon to like you had to like sneak and no friends. This is after the Attitude Era, of course, or before the Attitude Era.
Oh boy.
So yeah. So just I really love you guys and the support. Yeah.
I had one friend who I watched wrestling with. Then he moved
too.
away, and then I had to travel to go watch wrestling with him.
I had one friend, and we didn't even watch it together because it was like we were two different worlds. Like I was a basketball player doing all this other shit, and he was like a musician and shit. And like, but we've been friends with, like every time, and we had the same birthday, and so like we used to like cross paths, and we'll be like, "Did you see Raw? Yeah, crazy, right? I know. Yeah." And like you walking,
yeah, pre-Attitude Era was wild, dude. Like nobody gave.
Oh, you watch that fake stuff?
Yeah. Anyway, yes, we love the wrestling community, and wrestling is pretty good right now. Pretty good, everybody.
Pretty good, guys. So
having a good time. All right, so you can make. Oh boy, You know what I just did? I recorded a podcast last night, and I clicked on. Mike will get this. I clicked on my Podcastica plugs. I started going right into that, and I went, "Nope, this is the wrong show." So
I do that all the time. You can make sure you buy Neff that.
Yeah, right. Oh boy. Okay, so youtube.com/that hashtag show TV, twitch.tv/that hashtag show, facebook.com/THS Wrestling News, Instagram.com/THS.wrestling, and most importantly, guys, that hashtag show.com for everything trending in geek pop culture. And we'll see you guys sometime next week. We'll let you know ahead of time.